So then what happened on the two-point conversion, Ollie Trammell had a guy wide open in the middle of the end zone, and a paw just reached up out of the middle of nowhere and barely deflected that pass away. And Sheboygan able to run the clock out and preserve the 13-12 win for the Chiefs. Again, could have been a win for Elk Rapids. Their defense is so, and coming in tonight, Mancelona at 3-1. This one could be anybody's game depending on how well Elk Rapids plays on offense. Their defense can hold them in. Let's see what happens with the offense as we get underway with the kickoff. And we got a nice return by Ryan Namchef for the Ironman, where they'll take over 1st and 10 to start the game. Officials for tonight's game, Ed McCarty, Mark Holland. Good to see Ed and Mark. See them on the basketball court once in a while. Nick Vilmont, Edward Waldron, and Bill Case. The men logging the chain gang tonight. Joe Parrish, Ben Krofchick, Josh Veith, Aaron Zbitowski, and Travis Brodsky. Thank you all for doing chain gang. My father did chain gang in Harbor Springs for like 30 years, so we appreciate you guys putting the work in. And 1st and 10 for the Ironman. Nice gain on 1st down. He's going to get at least 8 yards on that play, about 8.5 on that. That would be Jaden Lanning, a running back for the Ironman. We'll give him about 8.5, be 2nd and short. Again, it is homecoming here tonight in Elk Rapids. They'll have some halftime festivities, and we'll have an announcement of our own during halftime, talking about this year's inductees into the Elk Rapids High School Athletics Hall of Fame. 2nd down from Mancelona. Handoff up the middle. He's got Jackson Bennett before he's hit at the 45-yard line of Elk Rapids, taken down by Keegan Keel, the first guy to get up there and grab him. 1st and 10, Ironman. Again, from the Elk Rapids 45. Going to do something about maybe plugging in that box, putting 8 or 9 guys in there potentially to see if you can't stop what they're trying to do with a full house backfield, and that is just running in between the tackles, it seems, to start this drive. Lucas Keller on the carry this time. He'll get another chunk play on 1st down. He'll get at least 5 yards on the play, be 2nd and 5. Last meeting last year, Mancelona came away with a 30-20 victory down in Mancelona. I think I was there for that game last year. Mancelona also has a beautiful facility. But, man, Glowicki Stadium looks great here today. You got the fans are still filled with orange and black. And, again, it's homecoming, so a lot of activities going on. Some tailgating going on outside also as well. 2nd down, nice job by the Elks to meet him right in the middle. Looks like they finally decided to plug that hole. You have a short loss on the play, so it'll be 3rd and 6. If you'd like to, you can get onto the YouTube chat line if you're watching us on YouTube. Shout out to your favorite player. Maybe you just want to say hi. We'll get as many call-outs as we can. Third and 6 from the 41. Keller on the carry again. Nice job by the Elks to plug that middle hole. No gain on that play. It'd be 4th down. You know, kind of an interesting area right now, too, be one of those, especially for high school football. Well, I guess for any football these days, because you even see it in the pros. You know, are they going to go for it, or will they try to nail them down next to the goal line? Dom Schiff coming in from the sideline. He's got trips to the left and a wing to the right. He'll try the jet sweep with Keller on the left side. Nice job. Nice pursuit by Elk Rapids. We'll give Braden Flutie nice job pursuing there, grabbing him by the jersey and wrestling him out of bounds. There's a flag on the play, though. Let's see if it was a little excessive by Flutie, or let's just see what they're going to call. Personal foul. Looks like hit to the head, it looks like, on Elk Rapids. So they're going to march that quite a few yards up. We'll give them 15 added on to that and give them an automatic 1st down. Other games in next level universe today. could be a potential game of the year, Levi, as you've got 4-0 Traverse City St. Francis at 3-1 Kingsley. And Kingsley's only loss is against a now ranked Gaylord team. So that could be a very good game tonight. Chef under center. Rolling to the right. He's got Flutie trying to drag him down, run him down. And, tip pass, potentially intercepted, but it falls incomplete. Second, wasn't sure if he was looking to the other side for a potential handoff, but then quickly turned and rolled his way to the right, able to elude the Elk Rapids defense, but yet pass still falls incomplete. Second 10, 8:41 to go. Opening period of the game. For 4-0 Gaylord St. Mary's traveling to Onaway. The question will be with Gaylord St. Mary's, is this going to be another blowout? Will the 2s and 3s get some action again tonight? Mancelona second down. They have a meeting of the minds with miscommunication in the backfield. They'll get dropped for a loss on the play. We'll give them a loss at 2, be 3rd and 12. 2-2 East Jordan, home this week with Mount Pleasant Sacred Heart taking on the Irish. That's another thing, too. Another team, East Jordan at 2-2. Their record could be better than what it is right now. A couple of close losses against a 4-0, surprisingly 4-0 Kalkaska team for one. Third down. Namchef going to take it himself. Tried to go through the 6-hole. Not going to be enough for the first down. Be fourth down. Fourth down, and we'll give him about 8 yards, 7 yards. Last game on the docket in Next Level Broadcasting. 4-0 Charlevoix is at 1-3 Benzie Central. Benzie Central, their first win last week. I think it was like a 56-0 win. So some points up, and they actually scored some points against Traverse City St. Francis. It was like a week ago or 2 weeks ago. So they're capable, but I just don't think it's enough to beat a very good-looking 4-0 Charlevoix team right now. Flag on a play. Looks like we may get an encroachment. As you see the Ironman clapping, looks like they succeeded. We'll push it up 5 yards, and we'll keep it fourth down from the 20, and that's got to hurt now. It opens up the whole playbook for Mancelona instead of being down to 1st and 10 Ironman. From the 22, 6:45 to go in the period. Namchef will hand it off to Bennett this time. Works his way to the left. Met right there at the line of scrimmage. He'll get no gain on the play. Second down. You got to think Elk Rapids starting to, the communication between the coaches and your defensive captains. Talking about how to make sure you plug up those holes and stop that run from the inside. A long sustained drive, though, for Mancelona to start this game. QB will keep it. Stutter steps, gets around a couple of defenders, and he'll muscle his way up for gain of a few on the play. 3rd and 7. Again, in the second period, we're looking to have a guest in here talk about Elk Rapids football and give us some analysis of the game as it's going on. Liberty Provost, middle school coach, who joined us for the second period last week. Looking to see if he'll come up here this week and give us some color commentary. Nice job by the defense getting through there and Bringing down Namsha for a loss on a play. Now let's see how the defense is disciplined this time as we get another 4th and long. And the last time we had a 5-yard penalty, get us down to a 4th and 1. Ironmen were able to muscle forward and keep possession of the ball. Let's see if we can't keep our heads on our side of the ball for this play. See if we can't get possession back. Namchef going to roll out to the left. He's got a man open, right through the outstretched hands. Waiting to see the number here as he's got his buddy in front of him. Looked like Jaden Lanning was the intended receiver on that. Falling complete. Elk Rapids will take over 1st and 10. Nice job by the defense to muscle up and stall the Ironman drive. First and 10, Elk Rapids. Their first possession of the game. Ollie Trammell, the quarterback. He's got 2 running backs, looking on the pro set with a whiteout on either side. The handoff is to Flutie, and Ironman run right through. The man run right through and tackle him right away behind the line of scrimmage. It was number 1, Bidwell Mokama. Loss on the play, 2nd and 12. Must look like he came from either from the outside edge or from the edge somewhere. So you got to make sure you're checking and making sure whatever you need to find your mic or the spy or whatnot, and making sure that you know your offensive line or whoever needs to do their blocking knows which man could possibly be coming through. Trammell on 2nd down. Hand off to Flutie. Stutter steps. But after a short gain on the play, maybe a half a yard on that. It'd be 3rd and long. Trey Dennis checking in. Give Trammell the play. We'll give that tackle to basically the Ironman line. Again, it is homecoming here in Elk Rapids. Stands are packed, and it's almost standing room only here on the Elk Rapids side. Good student section tonight, and the pep band doing a good job early on. 3rd down. Wow, caught in a crowd. Nice reception. Looked like a possible fumble on the play. Let's see if that is a fumble and recovered. It is. Fumble. Braden Flutie, it looked like the receiver on that, and as is on his way. Chef out of the pistol. Going to try the jet sweep with Keller. A couple of tacklers. Good job by Elk Rapids to get around those lead blockers out on the flat and tackle him for no gain on the play. And we're again met with a 4th and long. Already less than a minute to go in this first period. We come out of this period, we'll start checking in some of the scores from the other games and give you all some updates on what's going on in Next Level World. Nomchef rolling out to his left, eludes 1 tackler. You're going to lob it up in the air, and it looked like Trey Dennis, the closest person there for Elk Rapids. If he'd have turned his back quick enough, he might have had an interception, but nonetheless, that'll fall incomplete, and Elk Rapids will take over 1st and 10. Get the gentleman on the other side in the chain gang. Get the sticks headed the right way. Playing them down. 1st and 10 Elks. 40.5 left to go in the first. Trammell going to send what out right to the right. Trammell going to keep it. He's met there at the line of scrimmage by about 3 or 4 Ironmen and dropped right there. Second and long. Clock continuing to run. Makes you wonder if they'll get another play off or if we will head to the second period. seem to be coming up like they want to get the play up. They'll send one out to the right again. Trammell going to hand it off to Flutie. He's got a lead blocker. Oh, if he'd have got that block, he might have been able to get around the side and get some more yardage on that play. Just one missed block. Zach Cadwell almost got to that blocker and able to engage him, which would have helped Flutie get down the field further. That'll end the first period, though. After one period of play, it is Elk Rapids Elks 0 and the Mancelona Ironman 0. We will take a break and come back after this commercial. You are watching high school football on Next Level Broadcasting, simulcast broadcasting.net and Elk Rapids Football.
Life gives us enough to deal with, like doing your taxes, hosting in-laws.
Oh, you're still trying to do the beard thing, huh?
And of course, filing an insurance claim. But luckily, Auto Owners makes it easy. They pay what they owe, without any hassle. That's simple human sense.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if Auto Owners make sense for you.
Hey, Dad. Brought you some popcorn. You should relax. You worked so hard for us.
What happened?
It's a little fender bender, but Mom already filed a claim with our agent, and we can track the status right from the app. Auto Owners pays what they owe without any hassle.
Sounds like simple human sense. Well played.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if Auto Owners.
And welcome back to Glowicki Field, getting underway the second period. Nice hesitation by Braden Flutie. Nice job waiting for his blocks to set up and then going back inside and heading that lane and getting a nice run for a first down for the Elks. And joining me in the booth for the second period, and we'll see how long he wants to hang out and deal with me. And we're going to welcome middle school coach of the Elk Rapids Elks, Liberty Provost. Sir, thank you for joining us once again up here in the booth.
Man, I appreciate it. This is the best seat in the house.
Yeah. Man, what a great atmosphere for homecoming, too, this week. As I pulled in, like, man, there's a lot less stuff going on, tailgating, people walking all over the place. What a great atmosphere for high school football.
Yeah, we were in the parade earlier. Had the 7th and 8th graders following the JV team, the 5th and 6th graders in there, too. So, you know, parade through downtown. There's all kinds of people out. It's a great time.
Awesome. Braden Flutie was the carry on that. He's going to come up hobbling a little bit after a 5-yard gain, but yet a nice game because they really haven't had too much consistency with the run game or any type of game yet, although it is only their second possession. Defense seeming to be the key that we talked about briefly before we got underway, Coach. And, last week you saw that the defense kind of kept them in the game, forcing a bunch of turnovers and whatnot. A couple of key mistakes early on that kept the possession for Mancelona with an encroachment. He's going to lunge forward, close to the sticks, maybe a half a yard short.
Yep, these are two good defensive teams, that's for sure.
And we talked earlier, Elk Rapids coming in at 1-3, but they very well could at least be 2-2, especially after last week. And I talked about what happened at the end of last week's game. Mancelona coming in at 3-1, they are becoming a traditional winning power in Mancelona as they continue to improve. So this could be kind of like what we've got with a 0-0 score right now. It could be anybody's game depending on who makes the least amount of mistakes.
Yep, that's a big part of it for sure. I mean, everybody likes to hit the splash play, but really, if you can control the clock and, limit your mistakes, your penalties, you got a great chance to win over the course of a full 48 minutes.
Turner got hit hard by Molkema trying to go up the middle before and about 2. Just past the 50-yard line. So you got to wonder if you think they will go for it or try to pin him deep.
If I had to bet, I'd say we're going to go for it on 4th and 2. But as I say that, it looks like we're in a punt formation.
I got you got Braden Flutie, who is the punter as well, counting his personnel, making sure we're getting everybody set. Looks like we got an extra one.
Yeah.
We get him off the field, and here we go with the punt. Carlisle with the punt. Hits just past the 30-yard line, takes a favorable Elks bounce, and then down at the 20-yard line, Mancelona will take over 1st and 10. Not too much going on in the college world this week, especially in the state of Michigan. Michigan is off this week. They'll get a Wisconsin next week. Okay. Michigan State also off this week. after the Red Eye game over there in USC. They put up 31 points, though, which is kind of impressive going to the West Coast, although the defense, kind of waiting to see what the defense will do for Michigan State throughout the season, giving up 45 big ones to the Trojans.
Yeah. I'm kind of a Georgia Bulldogs guy myself. We got
Yeah, there you go.
Georgia, Alabama Saturday night. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, so what do you see being the key in that game then?
Well, man, everybody's been really harsh on Alabama. You know, obviously they're not looking as good as they have in recent memory, but I wouldn't take them lightly. I mean, I don't think Georgia's a big favorite in that game.
Mancelona on first down. Bennett will try up the middle again. He'll get one up to Bennett. He's going to roll over an Elk and get maybe another yard on that play. It'll be third down, and we'll give him about 4.
Like Brody Turner at the bottom of that pile. He's a strong athlete. Good baseball player.
And I mentioning Brody Turner a couple times on offense already. Is that something new or enhanced for him, as we did a lot of Mason Cannon runs up the middle lately?
Yep. Not sure on Mason's status. Looks like he's dinged up this week, but got Mancelona over the left side. Springs it for a first down.
Yeah, Jackson Bennett again on the carry. Twisting and turning and not letting the Elks get a complete wrap on him. He'll get a first down and then some.
So when I had Brody on 8th grade 2 years ago, he was one of our best linemen, but he was also always in the coach's ear saying, "Coach, I can catch. You got to throw me the ball. I can do some things."
So is he a jack of all trades or a master of none?
No, I mean, this is a versatile guy. He
Awesome.
can play a lot of different spots, offense, defense, high football IQ. I mean, he's ready to go.
That's one of the things I love about Braden Flutie, too. You know, he played quarterback, but he can run, he can catch, and he plays great defense, playing safety and defensive back at times. Nomchef going to throw it out into the flat. He's got Jaden Lanning. Nice run up and tackle by Trey Dennis, throwing him out of bounds.
Yeah, I thought Flutie was a weapon last week at the receiver position, man.
Absolutely, and some of the runs that he made last week, he get some of those because he would try it on the jet sweep, and he'd have a headed steam as he's getting the ball, and he's a lot speedier than I gave him credit for.
Yeah, absolutely, good athlete. A lot of these guys are flying around. Gatlin Zawara, he's all over the place. Another strong player for a sophomore.
Mancy on 2nd and 9.
Running out of the shotgun. Sprung one.
Oh, got a nice block by one of the receivers. He's down to the 40, 35-30, 25, 15. He's down to the 10 before he's bumped out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Great spring over on the right side by the Mancelona offense.
Looks like Colin Shockley tracked him down. It's good hustle not to give up on that play.
After a long game of that play, be first and goal Ironman from the 9-yard line. This is a good chance to plug that box, possibly see if you can't do what you did last week, get one of those 3 forced fumbles.
Mm-hmm. See if they get cute here and try to throw it near the goal
going to go up the middle again. Bennett getting close, lunging forward. He'll be close to the goal line.
Looks like second and...
Looks like from the 2, by the set from the side judge over on our side of the field.
Yep. Might send some kind of run blitz here, possibly. Crash the edges. Got a lot of options here.
Full house by Mancelona. You think the Elks will be just inching their way in? Look and see what holes to plug.
He got him.
Jaden Lanning going to run. Looks like he'll be short. Nice job by the Elks pursuing and making sure he can't get across that goal line. Be 3rd and goal.
Tough to score down here, especially inside the 5. Not a lot of room to work. Everybody's on high alert. Tough to run any kind of combination routes with your limited space.
And do you think, especially on the defense, you've got people out there talking and seeing what they're potentially seeing something, communicating with their teammates on potentially where to go, what holes to fill?
100%.
As they're going to stretch it out now. Looked like normally when you do something like that, you're looking to try to run out. Ooh, big hit where a helmet comes off. And he lunges forward for the touchdown. Anyway, touchdown, Ironman.
God, I thought that was the ball popping out for a
Yeah,
second.
huge hit on Hudson Saylor as helmet come flying right off to go what holes to fill.
100%.
As they're going to stretch it out now. Looked like normally when you do something like that, you're looking to try to run out. Ooh, big hit where a helmet comes off. And he lunges forward for the touchdown. 6-0 Mancelona. Sorry, Coach, after the score. Await the extra point.
These guys all like to wear their helmets loose these days, and then that's became an epidemic of helmets coming off, and so now they had to litigate it, put in a penalty for that, or at least a loss of a play for that player.
Oh, flag on the play on incomplete on the 2-point conversion. I thought first he was going to have it, but then it ended up being incomplete. We'll see what the flag is.
Colin McCormick flying across, knocking that ball away.
Holding on the offense, so we'll ixnay on the extra point, and the score will remain Mancelona 6 and Elk Rapids 0. Your home gutters are always there when you need them to be, and so is our good friend Orion Beningo, and that's why he started Professional Seamless Gutters. Professional Seamless Gutters offers fast and experienced service and real-time quotes. But wait, there's more. They will actually answer your phone call. That's Professional Seamless Gutters at 989-619-3407, and tell them we sent you. 5:54 left to go in the half. First score of the game, Mancelona going up 6-0.
Big possession here for the Elks. You know, I think we'd love to see a couple first downs.
And I'm not sure if you saw the beginning of the game, Coach, but a very long, sustained drive by Mancelona to start, almost chewed up maybe over half the clock on that first drive. So you got to wonder, can Mancelona have a nice sustained drive with 5:54 to go and possibly tie this one up before the half?
So many secondary benefits to those long drives that don't really show up in the box score. Onside
look
kick.
like onside kick. Nice job by Brody Turner to come up there and grab that. Again, we mentioned in Brody Turner getting more of a role today with Mason Cannon having a bad wheel or something going on with him. So good job by Turner to come up and grab that ball and keep possession for Elk Rapids, because that could have been a disaster.
Honestly, that was a nice onside kick. That's just what you want, 10 yards and have it pop up and see what happens. But Brody made a nice play there.
Those and those of you in next level world, that kind of looks like an East Jordan-esque kickoff, as they like to have two guys by the ball and do a lot of these short kicks and kind of try to end up just like they almost did Mancelona with possession of the ball, almost looking like an onside kick.
Not sure if, obviously a little bit of a risky play there with only 5 minutes left in the half. You might want to make them go the full length.
Trammell hand off the Flutie. He's going to go to the left side. He's got a couple of lead blockers. He'll spin and get rounded up by 3 or 4 Ironmen.
The ball came out late, but they're saying he was down by contact.
We'll gain a 2 on the play, 2nd and 8, which would be worrisome as Flutie had the last fumble too. So you got to wonder if that might be an issue going on through the rest of the game.
I was starting to say earlier, the long drives, I mean, obviously they keep your defense off the field, give some of those defensive players a break, but you're also wearing down the opposing team's best guys, which can pay off later in the game. So anytime you can string together first downs, good things are going to happen regardless of whether you score or not.
Trammell's got 2 wideouts to the right. Looks to pass, but he's going to hold it down and go up the middle, get a nice gain on the play, look about 2 yards short of a first down. Nice job by Trammell. He looked like he was looking for Flutie, but then hauled it down and decided to keep it himself and still got a nice gain on the play.
Yeah, and I like how he protected himself, got down, took a slide, didn't have to take that big hit there. That was a smart play by Ollie. And
the big thing, he put 2 hands around that ball and tucked it in. Had no chance the ball's going to get ripped out.
Absolutely.
And you got Trammell, sophomore. Am I correct on that?
Yep.
Yeah, so you've got Trammell and a couple other. Turner as a sophomore. So, again, you got your underclassmen showing up so far tonight.
Yeah. Gatlin Zawara, Hudson Saylor, Henry Veith, Titus Sperry.
Trammell pitch out to Carlisle. Got 1 lead blocker. He's going to at least get a first down, get past the 45-yard line of Mancelona. Looks like 1st and 10 Elks from the 44-yard line. Halftime, join us for the Next Level Broadcasting halftime show. We'll talk about the first half, all the highlights. Right now, there's only a couple, as it's 6-0 right now, but also at halftime, we have a special announcement. We'll be announcing the Elk Rapids High School Athletics Hall of Fame announcement. People that will be inducted this year.
Great.
It is homecoming here. I know I mentioned that a couple times. Great crowd here in Elk Rapids tonight. Pitch out to Turner. He's got 5 and more.
Yeah.
He's going to get at least 10 on that play before he's met by 3 Ironmen. Jaden Lanning, one of the Ironmen, in on that tackle. Not before. Oh, no, they marked him just short. Be second and about half a yard.
About 3.5 minutes left in the half. Elks got all 3 timeouts. Playbook's wide open for them.
Got coach's better half up here. Like, come up here and watch the game. You got to be in the back of the room. Come on. Come up here and join us. Maybe I'll put a headset on you and I can just enjoy the game too. Turner, he's got a lane and then some. He's down to the 20 with a first down and more.
There you go, Brody.
With momentum. So, yeah, and you never know. Maybe a break. Still 3 minutes to go in a half. Trammell didn't like something, so he's going to call a timeout. And we're going to take a quick timeout. Levi's going to run us a commercial and pay one of Charles's bills. We'll be right back. You are watching high school football on Next Level Broadcast.
Now's the time to fly from your northern Michigan hometown cherry capital airport, TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
Hi, it's Kevin Klein from TVC Airport. We're proud to help keep you connected to high school sports in northern Michigan, so you can stay in the game all season long with TVC, your northern Michigan connection.
Hi, I'm Orion. But you might
Hi,
know me
it's
from my
Kevin
business,
Klein from
Professional Seamless
TVC
Gutters,
Airport.
where
We're proud
specialize
to
in,
help keep you
you guessed
connected
it,
to high
everything
school
gutters.
sports in northern
New
Michigan,
installations,
so you can
replacements,
stay in the
cleaning,
game
leaf guards,
all
rain
season
screens,
long
and much more.
with TVC,
But unlike
your
other
northern
service
Michigan
providers,
connection.
when you call Professional Seamless Gutters, you get me, Orion, not some bum intern or call center recording. So when you're
And welcome back after the timeout. 1st and 10 Elks. Going to try up the middle for no gain. I'm going to give him a short loss on that play.
Still a ton of time and 2 timeouts. I don't think they have to be in any type of rush here. Can really settle in and run the plays they want to run.
No, but you got to hope that they execute this play. Obviously, you don't want to be left with a 3rd and even longer or 3rd down from where you're at right now. You need to have something positive come out of this to make it manageable. Obviously, you're probably in 4-down territory.
For sure. Trammell in the shotgun. Little jet sweep.
Jet sweep to Carlisle. Oh, it lose one tackler, eludes a second tackler, eludes a third to see if he's got a blocker.
Oh,
he's got another. Oh, it looks like we're going to get an illegal block, though. We've got 2 flags on the play. Nice gain, but I think we might get an illegal block on the quarterback. Let's see what the call is. All that running around, and he ended up with a good, almost like a 10-yard gain on the play, but it may be all nullified.
It's so difficult as a blocker to not foul in that type of play because you're expecting it to go one direction.
Yes.
And then when it changes and the timing is off, whether it's a block in the back or from the side or you hold on too long, you get in trouble when those plays break down as a lineman.
Official does give us the block in the black call, so we're going to march it back quite a bit. And again, you got with this issue now. Marching you back, still 2nd down, but now you got 2nd and a mile. Still 4-down territory, I believe, but that is the long, especially against the Ironman defense that's been, so that 20 yards is quite a stretch to get a 1st down right now. Trammell looking to pass.
Got his
nice
man.
reception by Trey Dennis. Down to the 20-yard line about before he's wrapped up by Bidwell Mokama once again. Mokama all over the field in this first half.
Still a minute and a half left.
Line. Maybe, I want to say 3 possessions, 3rd possession for Elk Rapids, maybe 3 possessions by each team this half. So a lot doing on the ground and a lot of time running. Try to get into nextlevelbroadcasting.net and see if we can't give you some updated scores. got a couple, or at least one potential game of the year. Trammell going to air it out. He's got a man open. Oh, almost got him in the hands there. Looked like it barely hit his hands as he was diving for it and falls incomplete. It looked like Keegan Keel possibly on the reception there. Yes.
Looked like a pretty good ball to me. Good coverage. He almost made that play.
Second period in Kingsley. Gladiators and the Stags tied at 0. 4-0 St. Francis against 3-1 Kingsley. Fourth and 14. Trammell going to set up the spread with Turner in the backfield. Trammell surveys. He's got a man open. Oh, he had, I want to say that was Jake Moore. He had Jake Moore open, threw it just a little bit up and a little bit high and a little bit ahead. Otherwise, that is a first down and then some. Ironman take over 1st and 10 with 54 seconds left to go. You got to wonder if they're just going to keep it on the ground, won't try to do anything stupid, try to get you into half with a 6-0 lead.
Yeah, I guess that's what I would kind of expect, but obviously as a defensive coordinator, defensive player, you're hoping to be expecting not that. You got to be ready to defend every blade of grass in between you and the goal line at this point.
As there's a timeout on the field. You know, Coach, it's time to get away to your dream destination. Like many, that means flying into Northern Michigan, whether you're looking to fly in or out of Northern Michigan. Right. Hand it off to Bennett right up the middle. Looks like they're going to be content with just running it right now. Unless they're trying to set up some type of pass, I do for you online at brotherstreeservice.net. Sometime in the second half, we will announce the Mid-Lake Builders hardest working player of the game. And sometime in the fourth quarter, we will announce Pearl's Louisiana Kitchen, their player of the game. Player of the game receives a $10 gift card towards their next meal at Pearl's. That'll come sometime in the fourth period. Mancelona out of the timeout. Nomchef handing off to Bennett. Up the middle for maybe a yard, 3rd down.
Content to play a little smash mouth football at the end of the half.
Yeah, and I know it's only the first half, but as long as you have more points than the other team, it doesn't matter what the score is.
Elks receive the second half kickoff.
I believe so.
I think they do.
And that's a good opportunity because you've done some nice things here toward the latter part of this half. Talk about it in the locker room and come out with a nice sustaining drive to start the second half. Another handoff. They'll try the left side maybe for another yard as we get down to the end of the first half. So after 2 periods of play, the score is Mancelona Ironman 6 and the Elk Rapids Elks 0. We will take a commercial break and come back for the Next Level halftime show. You are watching high school football on Next Level Broadcasting, simulcast on nextlevelbroadcasting.net, on YouTube, Next Level Broadcasting, and on elkrapidsfootball.com. We'll be back.
Today's game is brought to you by Brothers Tree Service, Bingham Insurance Services, Professional Seamless Gutters, Mid-Lake Builders, Pearl's New Orleans Kitchen, Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport. We hope you have enjoyed today's game.
Life gives us enough to deal with, like doing your taxes.
Turner Call Center recording. So when you're contemplating any services regarding your gutters on your home or pole barn, think Professional Seamless Gutters.
Today's game is brought to you by Brothers Tree Service, Bingham Insurance Services, Professional Seamless Gutters, Mid-Lake Builders, Pearl's New Orleans Kitchen, Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport. We hope you have enjoyed today's game.
Life gives us enough to deal with, like doing your taxes, hosting in-laws.
Oh, you're still trying to do the beard thing, huh?
And of course, filing an insurance claim. But luckily, Auto Owners makes it easy. They pay what they owe, without any hassle. That's simple human sense.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
Hey, Dad. Brought you some popcorn. You should relax. You worked so hard for us.
What happened?
It's a little fender bender. But Mom already filed a claim with our agent, and we can track the status right from the app. Auto owners pays what they owe without any hassle.
Sounds like simple human sense. Well played.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
Now's the time to fly from your northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
Hi, it's Kevin Klein from TVC Airport. We're your Northern Michigan connection.
Hi, I'm Orion, but you might know me for my business, Professional Seamless Gutters, where we specialize in, you guessed it, everything gutters. New installations, replacements, cleaning, leaf guards, rain chains, and much more. But unlike other service providers, when you call Professional Seamless Gutters, you get me, Orion, not some bum intern or call center recording. So when you're contemplating any services regarding your gutters on your home or pole barn, think Professional Seamless Gutters.
Today's game is brought to you by Brothers Tree Service, Bingham Insurance Services, Professional Seamless Gutters. Brothers Tree Service, Bingham Insurance Services, Professional Seamless Gutters. Mid-Lake Builders, Pearl's New Orleans Kitchen, Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport. We hope you have enjoyed today's game.
Life gives us enough to deal with, like doing your taxes, hosting in-laws,
Oh, you're still trying to do the beard thing, huh?
and of course, filing an insurance claim. But luckily, auto owners makes it easy. They pay what they owe without any hassle. That's simple human sense.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
Hey, Dad. Brought you some popcorn. You should relax. You worked so hard for us.
What happened?
It's a little fender bender, but Mom already filed a claim with our agent, and we can track the status right from the app. Auto owners pays what they owe without any hassle.
Sounds like simple human sense. Well played.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
Now's the time to fly from your northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit TV.
Life gives us enough to deal with, like doing your taxes, hosting in-laws,
Oh, you're still trying to do the beard thing, huh?
and of course, filing an insurance claim. But luckily, auto owners makes it easy. They pay what they owe without any hassle. That's simple human sense.
And keep running the ball, take the passes when they get a chance to. But they seem to move the ball pretty well, so I think probably just punching it in one time, and I think they'll be on their way.
You know, at the start of the game, Mancelona was really getting through that middle, and Elk Rapids really didn't have a chance to get anything going. But as the half got going, Elk Rapids started using, they got into the spread a little more, and the offensive line started establishing themselves a little more. Some nice runs by the offense, and then starting to be able to get the passing game going. Nothing really downfield yet, but yet you can set that up by getting your passes into the flat or getting your quick seam pass possibly in the middle. So we'll see what Elk Rapids can do coming out of the locker room, and can they come up and withstand the first half of Mancelona and possibly come out with the victory. But I want to ask you how the middle school team did this past week.
Hey, our 7th and 8th grade boys got their first win. We went up to Kalkaska. It was a beautiful day, and we cleaned up a lot of things from 2 weeks ago. Protected the ball better, tackled better. Our plays seemed to hit a little better, so came away with a win, and everybody was pretty pumped up.
Who we got next week?
We got Boyne on Tuesday night at 5 o'clock. Big showdown. Boyne's one of our traditional rivals. We had a tight 2-point game with them last year up in Boyne on a rainy, cold night.
Is this one circled on the calendar? Or?
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
Absolutely. Boy, and, they took us to within an inch of our lives last year. We went 6-0. They really almost cost us the perfect season. So definitely got my eye on those guys. They're always well coached and organized, and man, it's just a fun game. So I'm looking forward to it.
Well, good luck to the middle school Elks against the middle school Ramblers coming up, and that'll do it for our halftime show. We're going to take another break. When we come back, we'll be getting ready for the second half kickoff. You're watching high school football on Next Level Broadcasting, simulcast on nextlevelbroadcasting.net and on elkrapidsfootball.com. We'll be back shortly.
Hey, Dad, brought you some popcorn. You should.
Life gives us enough to deal with, like doing your taxes, hosting in-laws,
Oh, you're still trying to do the beard thing, huh?
and of course, filing an insurance claim. But luckily, auto owners makes it easy. They pay what they owe without any hassle. That's simple human sense.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
Hey, Dad, brought you some popcorn. You should relax. You worked so hard for us.
What happened?
It's a little fender bender, but Mom already filed a claim with our agent, and we can track the status right from the app. Auto owners pays what they owe without any hassle.
Sounds like simple human sense. Well played.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
Now's the time to fly from your northern Michigan hometown cherry capital airport, TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
Hi, it's Kevin Klein from TVC Airport. We're proud to help keep you connected to high school sports in northern Michigan, so you can stay in the game all season long with TVC, your northern Michigan connection.
Hi, I'm Orion, but you might know me for my business, Professional Seamless Gutters, where we specialize in, you guessed it, everything gutters. New installations, replacements, cleaning, leaf guards, rain chains, and much more. But unlike other service providers, when you call Professional Seamless Gutters, you get me, Orion, not some bum intern or call center recording. So when you're contemplating any services regarding your gutters on your home or pole barn, think Professional Seamless Gutters.
Today's game is brought to you by Brothers Tree Service, Bingham Insurance Services, Professional Seamless Gutters, Mid-Lake Builders, Pearl's New Orleans Kitchen, Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport. We hope you have enjoyed today's game.
Life gives us enough to deal with, like doing your taxes, hosting in-laws,
Oh, you're still trying to do the beard thing, huh?
and of course, filing an insurance claim. But luckily, auto owners makes it easy. They pay what they owe without any hassle. That's simple human sense.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
Hey, Dad, brought you some popcorn. You should relax. You worked so hard for us.
What happened?
It's a little.
Holding on the offense, that'll take them back further. Or let's see if they're going to accept it or decline it. Looks like they'll march them back. And we'll replay 1st and 10. 10 yards back.
Flags are so tough at the beginning of drives. Really can stress you out.
Yeah, we had inopportune flags when they were marching down the field there towards the end of the first half, too. So, yes.
Yep. Had that horse collar that gave him a first down. That was a big play.
So replay. Flutie checking to make sure he's okay from the side. Trammell fakes the handoff. He's going to get it out. Pitch to. Couldn't even see his number the whole way. There we go. Keegan Keel on the reception on there. Run out of bounds after a decent gain. Not quite to the original line of scrimmage. It'd be second and about 12.
Looked to me like Mancelona may have went to a 3 front. They might have a stand-up guy coming off the edge for a 4th, but I thought in the first half they had Had 4 down linemen.
Could that be an adjustment to what Elk Rapids was doing towards the end of the half?
It certainly could be. It's crazy when you get into all the adjustments that are made throughout the game. Teams can change around quite a bit.
Trammell out of the gun. Looks to pass. Oh, he had Trey Dennis open, just overthrew him out of bounds. Be 3rd and long.
Yeah, he had a quick little square out on the backside, open too.
And he throws a very nice ball. Been very impressed with his passing. Just, I don't know if it's adrenaline. He just had a little bit extra on the ball so far tonight.
Yep, could be. Big game.
Obviously, with a 6-0 score, a very winnable game. So obviously, your plays and your mistakes need to be at a minimum, and your great plays need to be at a premium. So obviously, you don't know if your anxiety or whatever has something to do with your
3rd and 12 out of the gun. Yep, just a little wide again.
Led Keegan just a little bit. It was one of those you don't know if Keegan's going out wider, and it should have been thrown to him, but it looked like he was expecting him to turn up quicker. And incomplete pass, 4th down, and obviously looking to probably punt from here.
Yeah, I think Ollie would like that one back. That's essentially a long handoff for these guys. They practiced it a ton, and but we got to regroup.
Looking to get you some scores from around Next Level World. 5 games going on Next Level Broadcasting again tonight this week. Kind of Carlisle with a nice high punt, almost where you lost in the lights. Brought down by the quarterback, Ryan Nomsheff. Mancelona take over 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line. We'll make it to 34. Come into Pearls and experience a taste of Louisiana right in the heart of northern Michigan. Located in Elk Rapids is Pearls Louisiana Kitchen, where an infusion of flavor awaits you. That's Pearls Louisiana Kitchen, a proud sponsor of Elk Rapids football on Next Level Broadcasting. Pearls is also a proud sponsor of the Player of the Game this year, providing a $10 off gift card. Next meal at Pearls, and again we will announce that sometime in the 4th period.
Mancelona's 3 wide now. Still doing that little off-tackle give.
Bennett with a handoff over the right side. Flag on the play. Holding on Mancelona. Take him back 10.
A lot of flags tonight. I got a good cat at the house, but I don't know if he considers me his friend or not.
Yes, one of my best buddies. His name is Sushi.
Okay.
Elk Rapids taking the kickoff from the 15-yard line, diving ahead and getting close to the 25, but they'll start over 1st and 10. Trying to get back into this game with 10:07 left to go in the 3rd.
Yep. Again, here, just a nice sustained drive. Eat some clock. Give your defense a chance to catch their breath. You're right back in this game.
2nd period, and Onaway, Gaylord St. Mary's, all over the Cardinals, 40-0. Looks like another runaway game for the Gaylord St. Mary's Snowbirds. I don't think they've had a close game yet, Coach, this year, and they may run it all the way to their last game of the season, where it could be another game for the conference title with Inland Lakes, who is currently undefeated, as well as we got Braden Flutie around the left side for a couple.
Now, what's Kingsley's record this year?
3-1. Their only loss, I had mentioned it earlier on, as you weren't up here with us yet, their only loss is against a now-ranked Gaylord team. Good job, Gaylord Blue Devils.
And did one of our common opponents play Kingsley? Like, did an Elk Rapids opponent play Kingsley, or am I off on that?
Yeah, we can get into conference schedules here in a little bit.
Sure.
As I have the MHSA up here on my trusty computer as well. Flutie going to get handed off and go to the left. He's met right at the line of scrimmage. He might get back to the original line, or maybe lose about a half yard. Nonetheless, it'll be 3rd down. So So, Coach, I'm working on that answer for you right now.
I didn't mean to put you on the spot. I just
That's all right. That's what I love. One of the things I love about coming to Elk Rapids, and out of the 5 schools, I was telling the AD, this is probably my favorite school to cover in all sports because the facilities are so great and the people are great and just a great atmosphere, and I love coming down here. And it's a short drive, too. Flutie on the right side. He drag a couple of Ironman for a couple of yards.
Well, it's going to set up about a 4th and 3.
Junior Stotler, the initial man on the tackle. So, Coach, you're wondering about Kingsley. Kingsley's in a conference with Traverse City St. Francis, who they're playing right now, Boyne City, Sheboygan, and Grayling.
Gotcha. So Boyne will be a common opponent for us.
Yes, Boyne sitting at 3-1, Sheboygan 2-2, and Grayling 1-3.
Interesting.
Fourth and 2.
Yep.
Carlisle going to punt. Another nice punt. You get those gunners down there right away. Received at the 38-yard line. Hanging on to Naum Chef is the Elk Rapids D. Wrestle him down short of the 50-yard line. Where Mancelona will take over 1st and 10.
Good job by the contain man there. If he got outside him, it was game over.
You know, football is a game predicated on facing adversity in order to accomplish one goal. In many ways, so is constructing your perfect dream home. And Mid-Lake Builders is here to help you and your family accomplish just that. Whether you are starting a new build or renovating a current one, Mid-Lake Builders has the experience, expertise, and most importantly, the staffing to get your project done on time. That's Mid-Lake Builders, proud to be the official sponsor of the hardest working player of the game award this season. Coach and I'll be bringing that to you early on in the 4th. Bennett again on 1st and 10, flag on the play.
What has to say?
Another hold. We'll march it back 10, and we'll start over again. How many holding calls do you think that is tonight, Coach?
I would put the over-under at 6.5.
Very well. I might take the over on that.
Certainly before the end of the game, I think it's a good bet.
So, we'll wait for this play, and then I'll ask my question.
Got trips left.
Yeah, I worry about that wing if they're going to go the other way, which they do with Keller.
A little
Decent blocking on the right side. Yeah, they tried to get, sneak it, set everything up, strong side to the left, and tried to go to the weak side with that little jet sweep with your wing back there.
Mm-hmm.
Gain of a few on a play, still 2nd and about 13.
So those plays are interesting. They can definitely hit. You know, when they work, they usually hit, but tough to get the timing. You got to spend a lot of time in practice working on those multiple handoff plays. So it's a question of how much time you want to spend working on it and smoothing it out.
3rd period, Kingsley and St. Francis still tied at 0. Swing pass out to Lanning. Gets past the 50. Stiff arms the guy at the 40. Hits another one, runs on another guy at the 32 and out of bounds about the 31-yard line. 1st and 10, Mancelona. Just for the Elks, it just seems not able to wrap up players right now and haul them down at the initial contact.
Yeah, to me, it looked like a little hold on the edge there on the cornerback.
Yeah, but if you don't see a flag, you got to call it like it is.
If it wasn't called, you got to stick with the
Quick
play.
to the line is Mancelona. Bennett on the carry again.
Yep.
Starting to get chunk plays now are the Ironmen. Another big gain on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and short.
Elks could use a turnover here. That would really help a lot of things.
Still 4 minutes to go in the first half in East Jordan. Red Devils leading Mount Pleasant Sacred Heart 14-12. Nice tight game there in East Jordan. Hard count by Mansell. Almost got him to jump offside. Then almost a false start by them. Bennett still with the handoff. He'll get a 1st down at least. 1st and 10 Ironman once again.
Looks like that off tackle play is kind of their bread and butter at this point.
Looks like your twos and your plays at 2 and 8 right now are kind of your bread and butter what getting you. And are they going to keep doing that? Is it setting them up for something, although we really haven't seen anything more than just a power run game?
Yeah, I was going to say the first quarter to me looked like pretty solid up the middle,
Yep.
and then they kind of veered into the off-tackle stuff.
Pistol set on this one. Another flag on the play as Bennett goes to the right side for a gain of about 5.
You're going to hit your over, sir. Beautiful night here. Perfect weather.
Oh, great night for football. And holding on Mancelona will march him back 10 once again.
I haven't seen the all-orange Elks unis before.
No, and when I came in here, I had a hard time to say, okay, which team's going to be which tonight with the orange uniforms from Elk Rapids? But man, do I love those helmets.
Yeah, a lot of orange and black tonight.
Mancelona with the white with the matte black helmets tonight.
Mm-hmm.
5 minutes to go in the third. Fakes the handoff to Bennett. There, we're going to try a deep ball, and he had him. Owen Crino wide open. That would have been a easy pitch and catch, keeping yourself clean for a touchdown there if that would have connected.
Was that Mancelona's first shot, really?
I believe that was their first shot
mean,
that I've seen all night long.
yeah,
We were just talking about it being basically a power run game until then.
Yeah. Had that in the back pocket. I'm sure their coach wanted to hit that one. He was open, that's for sure.
Comes Nomshev. Double handoff there behind the line of scrimmage. Nice job by the Elks to hit Lucas Keller right there after the handoff, and they'll drop him for no gain on the play.
My team actually had a play similar to that in our playbook this fall, but we the double handoff I think was a little too much for 7th and 8th graders, so we kind of changed course on that and got a reverse in instead.
And what I've found, especially with the high school football, is you take too much time with the fancy stuff behind the line of scrimmage, and it just ends up to be a loss.
Absolutely.
Mancy, rolling left. They'll try the pass again. He's got a man again. Got over, just barely over that defender, but too far in front of Jaden Lanning, falling incomplete. 4th down. You got to see nothing more than a pass. If they're obviously going to go for it inside the 30, I would believe. They have that ability. They've had 2 guys wide open. I think that possibly they'd be able to connect on this one.
Looks like they brought in Dazer Pitawanaquat at safety, number 7.
One of the greatest names in high school football.
Yep. Get used to saying that one, sir. He's gonna be a player for a few years.
Nomshev get the pass over the outstretched hands up in above his head. You don't know if it's adrenaline or whatnot. The same thing with Trammell, but that's 3 passes overthrown either high or too far.
Mancelona turned into an air raid offense there.
Yes, they did all of a sudden.
Seen a bunch of runs up the gut, and then all of a sudden they're swinging the ball all over the place.
And the left falls incomplete. 1st and 10. Elks, good job by the Elks defense holding them. And with 4:07 left to go in the third, maybe a chance to march down the field and inch this game closer.
So you're a big Niners fan back in the day.
I was actually a big Cowboys fan back in the day. Yeah.
Wow.
Huge Cowboys fan. When I was young, not now, but yeah, back then I was. Pitch out by Trammell. Colin McCormick going to try to get around the defense. Maybe gain a couple on the play.
Nice job by Drew Darren coming up from his corner spot and really supporting that run, turning it back inside.
Yeah, back in the day, and I think I talked about this down at the Kalkaska game back when Danny White was quarterback.
I remember Danny White.
Yeah, I believe because I think Flutie went back to punt, and I'm like, oh, it reminds me because he was quarterbacking that game. And I'm like, it reminds me of the old days of Danny White because he did the punting too for the Cowboys.
Yep. Doug Flutie, another good all-around player.
Yep. Trammell looks to pass, setting up the screen. He's got some lockers. He's got a first down and then lost the ball. Will he keep possession? Yes, he does. I didn't know if he was going to get run down by Mokama or not, but he gets enough for a first down. The 1st and 10 Elks.
Didn't catch a number on that. Colin McCormick.
Another sophomore.
Another sophomore. I don't know
Yes.
how we missed him when we ran
got
through him before.
Got the youth movement going on tonight. Man, the future looks bright.
Listen, Colin McCormick, he is fast. I've seen him on the practice field. That kid flies.
Under 3 minutes to go in the third. 14-0, Mancelona over Elk Rapids. Thank you for joining us on Next Level Broadcasting. Eric Huffman, Coach Liberty Provost, giving you the play-by-play in the color tonight. Nice drag down by the Mancy defense. Jackson Bennett getting Connor Carlisle behind the line of scrimmage for a big loss.
Looked like the corner on our side was 15 yards off that time, sir. I might consider a quick hitch pass or something like that. Try to get my receiver one-on-one on the sideline.
Do you think at times if you think if a player sees something like that, can they communicate that with the coach and say, hey, they're doing this? Is there that type of communication with football players and the football coaches? I know we did it on the basketball court. Do they do the same thing out here? Coach, I'm seeing something, and they'll come up with something.
Yes, I would say, without being in the varsity huddle and not knowing for sure, I would say the vast majority of teams I've been around, coaches are receptive because the players are out there, they're seeing stuff. I mean, as a coach, you can't see everything. I truly believe you got to trust your players. And a caveat I would say is after you get to know the kids, you understand which ones have a true viewpoint and are coming from a place, and other guys just might get excited and say, oh, I can beat this guy, so give me the ball.
Trammell did a great job of sidestepping the rush and ended up gaining 6 yards on that play. Me as a coach, I always like to have those kids that I could trust and call them assistant coaches on the court or the field, so to speak. Trammell out of the spread.
He's sending it.
He's looking to get one out
Got a
on
guy.
the left side, and just falls short, incomplete. Looks like from here, Connor Carlisle, the intended receiver.
Yep. I coach a lot of lacrosse, and believe me, I absolutely rely on those guys' opinions and stuff. So we make it a point to, at the end of the first quarter, kind of identify who's the strong attacker for them that we got to key on, who's maybe their weak defender that we can kind of go after, and got to make those adjustments.
4th down, Elk Rapids electing to punt. Carlisle, another nice spinning
Good
punt
kick.
this time to get another nice favorable bounce inside the 20.
Down to the 15. Heck of a boot right there.
Trey Dennis will down it there. Mancelona will take over 1st and 10. Need to enhance your brand? Sky Media 45 combines excellent photography with post-production to create stunning video and image content. Showcase your community event or business with our expert aerial solutions. We're ready to fly for you. Visit us at skymedia45.com. I don't know if you saw, Coach, Traverse City St. Francis game last week down at Thurlby Field unveiled the Sky Media 45 drone cam for that game. Tom Clemenson did a great job. Tom Clemenson does our Gaylord St. Mary's game, so he was down there for that game and had his drone out and some great shots, great drone footage of that game.
That sounds fantastic. I didn't see it, but I'd love to.
Jackson Bennett sidestepping again. Elks not able to wrap them up initially. Is that laundry on the field or is that just a rag? Oh, that might be tape or something there. Yeah. No flag on the play. We'll give them a 1st and 10. We'll wind the clock down to about 30 seconds to go in the third period.
If I was the Mancelona coach, I would be tempted to play it relatively safe here because, man, if Elk Rapids could force a turnover.
You saw Nomchef turn around looking at the clock, too, wondering how much he could milk it. Bennett ran into an Elk Rapids defender who got turned around and then tried to get around him, but then was met for maybe a gain of a couple. Be 2nd and 8.
Going to let it run out here. Start the 4th quarter with 2nd and 8.
We've hit triple zeros here at Glowicki Field. The score is Mancelona Ironman 14 and the Elk Rapids Elks 0. We will take a commercial break and come back for the fourth period. You are watching high school football on Next Level Broadcasting, simulcast on nextlevelbroadcasting.net, YouTube, Next Level Broadcasting, and on elkrapidsfootball.com.
Hey, Dad, brought you some popcorn.
Life gives us enough to deal with, like doing your taxes, hosting in-laws,
Oh, you're still trying to do the beard thing, huh?
and of course, filing an insurance claim. But luckily, auto owners makes it easy. They pay what they owe without any hassle. That's simple human sense.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
Hey, Dad, brought you some popcorn. You should relax. You worked so hard for us.
What happened?
It's a little fender bender, but Mom already filed a claim with our agent, and we can track the status right from the app. Auto owners pays what they owe without any hassle.
Sounds like simple human sense. Well played.
Ask Bingham Insurance.
We're back to Glowicki Field. Start of the fourth period. Bennett's going to go on the left side, spin around one tackler. He's got first down and more. He passed the 50, wrapped up and drugged down right about the 39-yard line. Another nice big chunk play by Jackson Bennett.
Off tackle.
And that was another spin off initial contact for another big gain, Coach.
A lot of yak there. We got to limit yards after contact. No question.
Quick reminder, sometime in this period, we've got 2 awards to announce: Mid-Lake Builders Hardest Working Player of the Game and the Pearls Louisiana Kitchen Player of the Game, getting a $10 gift card. Chef out of the pistol, fakes the handoff. He's looking to pass. Oh, I'll be curious to see if they. Oh, I was surprised we didn't get. We got a flag on the other side, though. I was waiting for the pass interference or the defensive holding on this side, though.
Let's see if this ref on the far side picked it up or if he had something on the line.
And the dreaded holding call. But on the defense, it's just like I had mentioned. But I don't know if it may be another holding, because that one what I wanted to point out was on this side of the field.
Yep.
So, Coach, after the Detroit Lions won in Baltimore on Monday Night Football, do you think they are back, or was that a freak game? As we get a run by Bennett up the middle again. Breaks 2 tackles before he's wrapped up by 3 right around the first down marker.
I don't think they went away. I know they looked bad in Green Bay week 1. What was their...
Looks like we've got... hold on that thought, Coach, as
Yes.
it looks like we've got an injury timeout. Go ahead and finish your...
I mean, Green Bay, tough place to play. Not easy to get the offense going necessarily the first game of the year with new coordinator, but, yeah, I think the Lions are going to be fine. I mean, I know they replaced some guys on the offensive line and et cetera, but I don't see any reason why they're not going to make a deep push again this year. I mean, I think Dan Campbell's got them going in the right direction. I think he probably chose coordinators that are going to work well for him.
Looks like Zach Cadwell might be the potential injured player down. And for the Elks, I see you've got Jake Moore coming over here to the huddle, hobbling a little bit. So you got to wonder, is there some fatigue, some cramping, injuries starting to hurt you getting into the fourth period, starting to take their toll as Mancelona continues to get these big plays?
Yep, I mean, Elk Rapids was down a couple guys coming in, so their depth's a little thin, and defense been on the field quite a bit. So I, hoping for the best. Maybe some cramps, some dehydration, but man, I hope he's all right.
Well, he's still on the field. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we'll come right back. As I see, he's going to get up. Well, I guess we'll just keep it here then, Levi. Levi Prohl, our great producer, spotting us tonight. Burr giving us great camera shots, and Eric Huffman and Coach Liberty Provost giving you the play-by-play in the color in the booth tonight. Thank you for joining us on Next Level. We cover 5 games. We cover 5 schools every week. Elk Rapids, East Jordan, Gaylord St. Mary's, Traverse City St. Francis, and Charlevoix. Nice to get Coach to come up here and join us in the booth. Hopefully keep this a regular occasion.
I would love to. Like I said, best seat in the house.
Yeah, you had halftime going, she wanted to come get some pictures, so we shut the lights off. She's like, man, this may be the best seat in the place.
It's great.
Numchef going to hand off Bennett. Nice job by Elk Rapids getting through that line, knocking him behind the line of scrimmage, and he'll be dropped for a short loss.
Yep, snuffed it out good that time.
So you think they never left. Is there any type of hitch in this Cleveland Browns game coming up for the Lions?
Well, I mean, Cleveland obviously plays tough defense. I think they're better at home. I think they're a home team. I think when they come to Detroit, we'll score plenty. I don't see them scoring a bunch.
So you don't think Cleveland's defense will be able to hold the passing game? Who by the chance, Jared Goff, best passer rating or completion percentage in the league right now. Bennett going to try the left side again. Met by a whole herd of Elks. Looks like another flag on the play. We'll wait for that one.
Yep. I think the Lions will be all right. They're not going to hang 50 on them, I'm sure, but the Lions could get into the 20s, and I don't know. Respect for Joe Flacco for doing it for so long, but I don't know if he's going to be able to go toe-to-toe with the weapons the Lions have.
So I'm assuming you picked them to win the division then?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
Any of you that catch the Next Level Broadcasting show, again, we do that show every Thursday, and we go over the previous week's games, talk about a little college and NFL once in a while, maybe some other sports, and then we talk about the games coming up the following day. That is on Thursday, the Next Level Broadcasting show. We usually air right around 6:30. Bennett going to try up the middle. You got one Elk hanging on to him, drug for another yard before he falls on his friends.
What do you think about my Patriots? Yeah?
I've never cared about the Patriots.
Yeah, well, we're in an interesting spot now. I think we got the right coach. I think we got the right quarterback.
I think they're on the up and up if you want to talk about teams and are they rebuilding around their way back to something.
Relevance,
yeah, but I don't care.
No, we've been it's been hard to watch for the last
Chef rolling to the
years.
right. He's looking. He's got a man. Can he get him in the end zone? Dive. Ooh, if he'd have finished that dive, Lanning might have hauled that one in for a score. He looked like he wanted to go for it and then decided, no, I'm just going to stay on my feet.
Yep, they've tested those back corners a few times.
And again, another overthrow, not by too far.
Yeah, no, I would say there's some juice out there. People are excited.
4th and 16. Obviously positioned to go for it. And the passes are there. They just haven't been able to complete it. So you can see Elk Rapids haul one of those in for an interception. You can think it's not like they're frozen ropes. They're just lofted up there. If somebody's shouting or yelling ball or whatnot, you should be able to turn around and haul one of those in.
There we go.
That. Nice interception right in the middle by Connor Carlisle. He gets to the 30. He gets to the 40, the 50. There's no one in front of him. Can he be stopped? No. He'll get to the 20. No one's there. His buddies will run in to celebrate with him. Touchdown, Elk Rapids. Connor Carlisle on the interception. And I want to say, obviously within the 10-yard line, it might be within the 5-yard line.
That is what the Elks needed.
We have to see if Levi can pull up a replay on that for us.
Holy.
No, he'll get to the 20. No one's there. His buddies will run in to celebrate with him. Touchdown, Elk Rapids. Connor Carlisle on the interception.
You got it on their half of the field. Your running game seems to be working.
Another thing to think is, you're up 14-0. Elk Rapids really hadn't shown you too much besides maybe one drive, maybe part of another drive. It's 4th down, no sense putting it. I don't know. You probably don't have a field goal kicker, so why not try to throw one deep? And you don't think if you get one from there that they're going to run it all the 90-plus yards for a score down the other way.
For sure. At the same time, if you run it up the middle, they're not going to run it back 90 yards.
Yeah, and you never know. Do you just say, okay, let's just run it and play it like a punt, and wherever we're down, that's where they take over? With a lead?
With a lead,
Yes.
that's what I would lean toward, is make the other team go the full distance.
We've got a timeout, and so we're going to take a quick break, and we'll come back for this next play. You're watching high school football on Next Level.
Now's the time to fly from your Northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
Hi, it's Kevin Klein from TVC Airport. We're proud to help keep you connected to high school sports in Northern Michigan, so you can stay in the game all season long with TVC, your Northern Michigan connection.
Elk
Welcome
Rapids
back out of the timeout.
lining up for a 2-point play here.
It's 2 points, or a big 2 points, with it 6-14 right now. Trammell looking. Nice. He gets it to Flutie.
Got it.
Nice job. Nice design on that play. Flutie comes in on the motion, and then on the snap of the ball, turns right around and has a blocker in front of him. Nice screen pass. Good job. Nice execution by Elk Rapids to get the 2-point conversion. 8:57 left to go in the game. 14-8. Mancelona over Elk Rapids, but does that play, including the big 90-plus yard return by Connor Carlisle, does that get them the energy and the adrenaline to get through those? As I see we got one working on cramps on the sideline now. Does that get them through the emotions of what they've gone through in this game and potentially, maybe get a stop and another chance to get closer in this game?
I mean, 100%. You need those. You need a big play when you're down, and they got it. And so now it's keep that pressure on. I mean, Uncle Mo, he's a fickle character. Once you get momentum rolling, a lot of funny things can happen. Elk Rapids JV was up 24-0 on Mancelona's JVs last night, and Mancelona came out after halftime all fired up, and they made a good run and got themselves back in the game. So I was impressed with their resiliency last night of the Mancelona JV team.
Until Sheboygan tried to do air raid football, it was pretty fast-flowing game as we are already in the fourth period, and I'm giving you a update from East Jordan. They're still in the third period. 20-12, the Red Devils lead Mount Pleasant Sacred Heart. I'll try to get you one more update from around Next Level World. Some of these games not even close. If they had running clock, or it could be over already. Third period down in Menzie Central, Charlevoix 42-0, all over the Huskies.
You go for an onside kick here. You sending it deep and try to get a 3-and-out.
I think that's why they had the guy right here in the middle come up a few yards just in case they're going to line drive it right straight ahead. Jake Moore going to kick her deep. Hits about the 6 and almost died short of the goal line, but it will roll in about a yard. Mancelona will take possession, 1st and 10.
They were so pulled up, kind of worried about the onside kick, that Elk Rapids almost dropped one right on the 2-yard line. That could have been another huge momentum play.
Get you an update on Traverse City, St. Francis, and Kingsley. Huge game. 10:40 to go in the fourth over in Kingsley. Gladiators lead the Stags 15-6. Interesting score. Bennett on the carry up the middle. Met by a herd of Elks. Braden Flutie, one of the gentlemen in there on that tackle.
We're going to have to stop that play because they probably have run it 12 times tonight.
And not bad on the 2-yard gain there. 2nd 8.
Yep. Just
under 8:40 to go in the game now. But yes, you've really got to be communicating, and you really got to dig down deep, because you can't have a sustained drive by Mancelona. They've been able to run 6-7 minutes off the clock in this game already.
Sure. Quarterback sweep left.
Nice lead blocker by the receivers, too. Flag on the play.
Okay.
We'll see if this comes back. Could it be the 20th holding call tonight? I guess we'll find out. But good setup by Mancelona. They got the receivers out there, almost like your the Detroit Lion receivers, the way they like to block down the field and set up plays.
Absolutely. I mean, the receivers blocking is
that is so huge.
So huge and so underrated. I mean, it's not underrated by receivers, coaches, or players trying to run to the edge, but you just don't know how important it is to seal up those edges.
Yes, and the dreaded holding call rears its ugly head again. If you're a Mancelona Ironman.
Mm-hmm. Well, the Elks would certainly love a 3-and-out here and would probably get the ball back around midfield if they could get a 3-and-out. Make their lives a lot easier.
Mancy going trips to the right.
Mm-hmm.
Soundshift going to run almost like the same play to this
it
side. Good job by the Elks to get through those blockers. He's going to get met at the line of scrimmage for no gain on that play. Nice job by Elk Rapids figuring out what that play was going to be, basically the same play on the other side and getting around those blockers and knocking them down.
Flutie sniffed that out early and got in there and made the play.
You got to think, would one of the defenders be kind of like a spy or a robber, always having their eyes on someone?
That's certainly a style of defense for sure. Not every team does that, but if you have a mobile quarterback, I think it's a great idea.
Is that something you can transition into, like say like a halftime adjustment? If you can get somebody to do that?
For sure.
Bennett on the handoff. He's got a blocker on the left. Jumping over one Elk, and he's going to lunge forward for a first down.
This number 4, he's not a huge guy, but man, he runs tough.
Hudson Saylor on the tackle.
I don't think Mancelona's quarterback has really come off the field yet. He's their deep safety and kind of Mr. Do-It-All.
So I'm assuming you played football, Coach, correct?
Yep.
So did you come off the field at all? Were there several positions that you played when you played football?
I came off the field a lot. It was more exciting when I got on the field. I was a wide receiver and a cornerback, so
Bennett on a handoff.
Out on the edge, but yeah, I loved it. It was great. Nothing like trying to track down a long pass.
Gatlin Zawara on the tackle again.
Gatlin's going to be a tough customer years to come. He just started playing football 2 years ago.
And yet another sophomore that I'm calling a name for tonight,
Yeah.
too. Man, like I said earlier, this youth movement is outstanding.
So Gatlin wandered into 7th and 8th grade practice, I think, on the first day or something. I think I'd like to try this. And then by 3rd or 4th game, we're like, yeah, you're going to start at end and receiver for us.
Namchef on the carry. He's hit hard at the line of scrimmage, driven back. No gain on that play. You know, and as I look at the roster, I see 10 sophomores on the varsity roster. So, man, what a great job by them having the confidence to bring these kids up and give them time at this level, too.
Oh, man, Coach Butte has really done a great job of helping the JVs and the 7th and 8th graders along the last couple years and developed these guys. What a strong group these sophomores are. And honestly, there's a lot of great freshmen. JV's undefeated, so.
Bennett on the carry. Got through the first tackler, but then wrapped up by 3 or 4 other Elks. And look, they thought maybe the ball hit the turf, but no going on that. It'll be 4th down. And you got to think on this side of the 50, Mancelona at the 38-yard line, 5:30 to go. They kick it deep and see if the defense can hold them.
I would assume so. Looks like they're taking out some of the big heavies and getting in some guys that can get down and cover a punt. Special teams, a lot of big plays, a lot of momentum comes from these. Bad snap, gets the kick away. He's gonna play it. Yeah, picks up 8 yards after a risky play.
But, he waited long enough. Looked like a lot of the big, heavy bounces had taken their toll. Nice soft one come up to him. No worry kind of run underneath that. Maybe get a couple yards out of it.
No, absolutely. I mean, I think a lot of players there just play it safe and get out of the way. But, I mean, When you're talking about an 8-yard return and possible another 8 or 10 yards of a roll if you don't go for it, I mean, that's a big chunk of yardage.
So talking about if you came off the field or not, so when I played, I was a running back / wide receiver on offense, safety defensive back on defense, gunner on the punt team, kick returner, and punt returner.
Yeah.
So, yeah, whenever the other receiver would sub me out was the only time I was able to catch a break.
That's awesome. Brody Turner
Pitch
around
on
the
first
right
down,
side.
yeah. And speaking of Brody Turner, Coach and I were talking during one of the breaks, and we decided, Brody Turner is going to be awarded our Mid-Lake Builders hardest working player of the game. Brody Turner, just a sophomore, but man, have we called his name a lot tonight. Good job by Brody Turner, logging in a good performance tonight to become the Mid-Lake Builders hardest working player of the game.
I would say Brody's north of 7 tackles by now.
And in subbing for Mason Cannon, really great job on offense running the ball tonight.
Mm-hmm. Twins both sides. Wow.
Oh, good rush by Mancelona. They're going to drop Trammell for a loss on that play. But again, after the first possession or whatnot, where Mancelona is consistently getting behind the line of scrimmage, that's the first time we really called them getting to Trammell.
Yeah, absolutely. Done a good job up front tonight. The big boy's been blocking well. Two down territory here for sure. We got to get a chunk on first, make fourth a little bit easier if we don't spring it right here.
You got to think, obviously, 2 down territory with time running down, under 3:30 to go in the game, and you're still down 6 points. But all you need to do is get it down there and score. And I say that's all you need to do.
Yep.
And we're going to flag on the play from the back judge. Is that game?
I hope not. He looks like he wants to call that, though. I think we had a timeout.
Kind of waiting to, as we're all kind of bewildered up here comes the call. Delay a game on the offense. Man, I was right on that one. Man, that is one that hurts because you always have the back judge that gives you that warning before it happens since there is no play clock on this field. It's one of those things you try to, maybe some of these fields, when they stall, I know Benzie Central has a play clock. If a visible play clock would help that instead of waiting for the back judge to pump his hand. Trammell going to air it out. He's got a man underneath that looks like Carlisle again, sidestepping. 1 or 2 diving forward, getting past the 40-yard line. Not quite to the first down, but close enough.
That was a huge play for the Elks. That's what they needed. This lets them really call what they feel comfortable with here on 4th and 4.
And if that's by design, you had him coming underneath 2 other receivers, and again, setting up some nice blocks for him to get some yak after that.
Yep. Looked like a little flood pattern. Had a lot of receivers to the short side. Need this one here. Trammell in the shotgun. Twins.
4th and 3. Could be the play of the game right here. Trammell, he's got him for first down. He's to the 40, 35, 30. He's going to run away down to the 20, 10, 5.
Oh, my goodness.
Barely gets an ankle, and he's dropped inside the 5-yard line. What a catch and run by Trey Dennis.
Caught a little ref block there, too, along the way.
Yes, thankfully he had the ref. He didn't run into the ref. The ref just kind of became as slim as possible and put his arms up in the air, able to get around him. I don't think it had anything to do with the play whatsoever. Almost got into the end zone. He's a little hobbled coming up after this play, too. You don't know if that tackle had something to do with it.
Yep.
Man, what a yak after that one.
That was a big play. Football's a funny game.
And he hit it. Again, we talked about overthrows and whatnot. He hit him right where he needed to be, too.
Yep, that last pass, too, on that one that
yes, sir.
Got him up. That was right on the money.
1st and goal. 2:22 to go. We're going to try Flutie on the left side. He's inside the 5, diving forward down to the 1-yard line. Not going to get there quite yet. Jaden Grutch going to prevent him from making the tying score. 2:06 to go. Clock continues to roll. We'll be under 2 minutes for this next play. While we've got a second, we'll announce the Pearls player of the game. And Coach and I wholeheartedly agree tonight's Pearls play of the game will get a $10 gift card for their next meal at Pearls, none other than Connor Carlisle.
100%. Pitawanaquat on the wide side.
Trammell out of the pistol. Going to try Flutie again with the run. Inching forward, and he's
got
in.
it.
Touchdown.
Here we go.
Elk Rapids. Braden Flutie eludes one tackler and dives forward. 1:31 to go in the game. 14-14 with an extra point try coming up next. You got to think, Coach, are they going to keep going with are they going to try a pass game? Keep going with these runs? I know Flutie was able to get in, but man, there's a lot of hands by his ankles there. You got to wonder what type of play they're going to come up with for the extra point with the potential victory extra point.
Yeah, I don't know if they like the 2-point play. I certainly to be considered to kick it here, right?
And I only wondered about
Looks
the
like
2-point,
we're gonna kick it.
and we're going to have a flag on the play yet again.
What?
Delay game on the Elks. That'll take them back 5 yards on this extra point. Are they? Ooh, let's wait a second. No, they're still going to march them back, but then Elk Rapids is going to call a timeout to set up this extra point. So, Coach, inopportune time to get a delay game penalty on an extra point even. But still, you've at least tied the game, 1:30 to go. You're from the 8-yard line. Open up the pass play again on this.
Yeah, unless you feel good about your kicking game here.
Last week's game, I had mentioned that during the pregame once we got started. They tried an extra point against Sheboygan, and it got blocked. And so when it came down when they got down to with 1 point with that great Connor Carlisle run down the sideline and diving for a score to get him within 1, they elected to go for the 2-point conversion and had that man wide open in the middle of the end zone, and that paw just reached up and knocked it away.
Yep.
So it looks like they're going to line up for an extra point.
We had a kick block Tuesday night at our 7th and 8th grade game. I was a little surprised to see. Watched it on tape today.
Jake Moradell looking to get it through the uprights for Elk Rapids. Kick is up. It's good. With Coach clapping in the booth, Elk Rapids takes the lead. 1:31 to go. 15-14 over Mancelona. We're going to take a quick 15 to 30 second break. We'll be right back for the kickoff. You're watching high school football on Next Level.
Life gives us enough to deal with, like doing your taxes, hosting in-laws,
Oh, you're still trying to do the beard thing, huh?
and of course, filing an insurance claim. But luckily, Auto Owners makes it easy. They pay what they owe without any hassle. That's simple human sense.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
Hey, Dad. Brought you some popcorn. You should relax. You worked so hard for us.
What happened?
It's a little fender bender, but Mom already filed a claim with our agent, and we can track the status right from the app. Auto Owners pays what they owe without any hassle.
Sounds like simple human sense. Well played.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in
Welcome back to Glowicki Field. Elk Rapids is taking the lead, 15-14, 1:31 to go in the game. Kickoff. Mancelona got to run up and grab it, get some momentum. You're going to get to 35. Gets to the 40, wrestled down about the 42-yard line, brought down by Colin McCormick. $124 to go. Now you got to think, Mancelona, they've been more successful with their run game. We haven't seen quite the passing game. They've tried some passes, but they've been overthrowing, although Elk Rapids just completed a nice drive of passes down to take the lead. Will they elect to go with some passing as they send trips to the left?
I think they kind of have to here. I mean, I know you got 3 timeouts left, but with only a minute and a half.
Namchef bubble screen out to the left side. He's got Bennett.
I mean, they're going to need some chunk plays or some incompletions to.
Yeah, he's wrapped up by Flutie. Flutie hung on to him, wasn't going to let him get anywhere. A gain of 4, 2nd and 6.
4 and 5 yard gains aren't going to cut it.
Clock going to continue the wind. 1 minute left in the game. Flag on a play. That'll stop the clock. I wasn't sure if 12 over here was lined up offsides Owen Carino on the offense, but they gave him the okay. And it looks like a penalty on Elk Rapids. Offsides on the Elks instead. 5 yards moved up and be 2nd and 1. 55.7 to go in the game.
Stop the clock, too. Although they just wound it there. Mancelona needs to be disciplined here. They can't spend time calling plays.
Which I'm not surprised we haven't been calling timeouts with this clock under a minute. Namchef going to elect to keep it, going to try to go up the middle. You know, they've had good success with that, but you're under a minute and you're stopped with only about a 4 or 5 yard gain. You only have the clock stop long enough to move the chains, and then they're going to wind her back up. So you're going to use a timeout, which Mancelona elects to do so. Again, we will take another quick break and come back for the rest of this game, and we will stay here after we come back. You're watching high school football on Next Level.
Today's game is brought to you by Brothers Tree Service, Bingham Insurance Services, Professional Seamless Gutters, Mid-Lake Builders, Pearl's New Orleans Kitchen, Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport. We hope you have enjoyed today's game.
Life gives us enough to deal with, like doing your taxes, hosting in-laws.
Oh, you're still trying to do the beard thing, huh?
Yep, they're going. Welcome back. 35 seconds left to go. 1st and 10, Mancelona. Namchef looking to throw. Not sure if it would be completed from what I could see over here. Looked like it was thrown out of bounds to begin with. Be 2nd down.
Yep. 30 seconds left.
One thing about Elk Rapids, and I talked about this even last year when I started covering their games, they've always had, from what I've seen, good safeties and defensive backs. And I always talk about Breeden Flutie a lot because he's so versatile, and he can come up and play, and he can rush the quarterback, but he can also go back and intercept a pass.
Absolutely.
Namchef, low snap, fumbled on that. Yep. And good timing by Trey Dennis coming up on that and disrupting the reception there, falling incomplete, 3rd down.
I mean, honestly, for Mancelona, what are you hoping for there? If he catches that and gets tackled, I mean, you're just burning a timeout. I don't understand the strategy behind that. I could see them trying to like set up a screen play or like swing it wide, something like that, but just to run a hook in the middle, I mean, there's going to be traffic there.
Man, do these Elks like to have exciting games. You know, they had an exciting one last week. Another low snap to Namchef, but he keeps it. Going to roll out Flutie. Flutie slid out of the way, but then you've got, I think that was Jake Moore that came up.
Yep.
Yeah, Jake Moore comes up and hits him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll have to take another timeout. He'll get a loss on that play.
Jake Moore.
So again, exciting game. Sorry to interrupt, Coach, but again, exciting games. They had one last week, and I was talking to you during the one break about last year where, and I talked about this a lot, this game. They're probably sick of me talking about it. When Elk Rapids was up to Sheboygan and had a 23-0 lead, and Sheboygan came all the way back and ended up winning 30-23, and the crowd just kept getting more excited and more excited as the comeback happened. And we pretty much have seen the same thing. Granted, it's not 23 points down, but coming back and taking the lead, you could just hear it, and you can see it in the student section. They are bouncing all over the place. You can see this place has come alive in the last few minutes.
Oh, 100%. I mean, look at how many people are here. All these people are here to watch the Elks do their thing, and when it starts to roll.
And what a great night for homecoming here as we awarded King and Queen to the Flutie family.
Yeah. lock it down with a win, and you got yourself a good Friday night, Fluties.
4th down, play of the game right here. Numshoff all alone in the backfield, trips to the left. He'll roll out to the left. He's got a rusher. He eludes the one. He's pointing down the field to try to get one. And Flutie's going to hang on to him. He's not going to get there. Stop short. And the way this game's been going, let's make sure there are no flags first.
100%. I don't see any. I think it's victory formation time.
1st and 10, Elk Rapids. Nice job by Braden Flutie to hang on to him, drag him down. After we had talked about a lot about them not being able to drag him or hang on to players after first contact this half.
Yep. No, they really did a nice job in the second half. Jake Moore, he was in the weight room all winter. I was in there for a lot of the winter lifting right after school. Jake Moore was a weight room machine. There's the victory formation.
The play every coach loves to see at the end of a game, or any fan loves to see if you're on the side of this. Victory formation. He'll take a knee as the clock continues to wind down. It'll hit triple zeros, and the comeback is complete. What a great game by Elk Rapids in the second half. They come all the way back from 14 down to take this victory over the Mancelona Ironman, 15-14. And Coach, I think we'll just go into a post game here and talk about this game real quick. There wasn't much going on until really the second half, but the second half really was an exciting half. As you can still hear the band playing, the crowd cheering. Teams are going through the line, giving their sportsmanship like they should. But wow, what an exciting second half.
Yeah, it was kind of like a boxing match where they're feeling each other out for the first half. I think both teams probably tried to make some adjustments at halftime, and then lights came on, kids got excited. We had a couple splash plays, and all of a sudden you got the band playing, and everybody's going home happy. They're running over to ring the bell right now.
Well, that'll do it for us here at Glowicki Field. We thank you so much for joining us on Next Level Broadcasting.
They're storming the field.
Yes, they are. The band is on the field. No, they're not. They're in the stands. For Burr, the cameraman. For Levi Prohl, our producer. For Coach Liberty Provost, thank you for joining us in the booth. I am Eric Huffman. I tried to get that all right. Thank you again for joining us. We will see you on Thursday for the Next Level Broadcasting Show, where we will go over this game and preview Elk Rapids game for next week. Thank you again. Have a great weekend, and take care.